and welcome to PHYS9120 Mechanics for Teachers. So this is the second course in the Graduate Certificate in Physics for Science Teachers. So I'm Associate Professor Elizabeth Angsman, or just Liz. You probably remember me from the first course. I'll be your lecturer and the convener for this course. All the learning materials for this course can be found on Open Learning, just as with the first course. So in this course we have 10 topics. The topics aren't quite all of equal length. So the first topic is on vectors, and it's a little bit shorter, but it's really fundamental. You really have to understand the stuff in this topic to understand the rest of the course. The last 3 topics are also slightly shorter. So topics 8 and 9 are on special relativity, and then topic 10 is an introduction to advanced mechanics, so Lagrangians and Hamiltonians. So it's not accessible, it's just to show you where mechanics would go if you went on and did higher level mechanics courses at university. So to understand this material, you will need to be fairly comfortable with mathematics. So there'll be a fair amount of integration and differentiation. You also need to be able to use exponentials, logarithms, and trigonometric functions. So when the course has been set up in Open Learning, it's been set up to involve as much active learning as possible. So you'll be doing predict, observe, explain activities. You'll also be encouraged to think about how you will go about teaching this material to a class. Now the assessment for this course involves 3 components. So there's quizzes. These are held every 3 weeks, and they cover the previous 3 weeks material. So the quiz questions are quite hard, so make sure that you set aside enough time to do it. If you get something wrong in the quiz question, you will be told how to answer that question, so you can then attempt it again. If you do make a mistake, there is a 33% penalty on that question, but you are welcome to start the whole quiz again. You'll get new questions and your marks will be reset. So there's no penalty for restarting the quiz, so feel free to restart it as many times as you want. The more questions you answer, the better you'll get at answering questions, and so the better you'll do on the final exam at the end of the course. Apart from the final exam, the other assessment through this course is some experiments. So throughout the course, you'll be asked to design 3 experiments which link to the topics that we've just covered and which you could carry out with your class. So I encourage you to look at the material that you have available at your school and design experiments that you could use with a class on these topics, so that you can actually make use of what you're learning here and end up with a useful resource for yourself. So the course outline is up on Open Learning. There's a very useful page there telling you when all the assessment is available and due. So I would recommend that you print that out now and enter all those dates into your calendar so that you don't forget them. So I really hope that you enjoy this course, and I hope that you find it very useful and it gives you a good idea about not only the physics, but then how you could go on and teach the physics to your students.